Hello, everybody. This is the music professor, and you're here in the classroom. Let's learn something. Hello, I'm going to teach you guys today about half steps and whole steps and sharps and flats. So, a half step is moving directly to the note next to it, the note that's touching it, without any spaces or a note in between it. So, for example, this note to this note, or the same note to this note. That's considered a half step. A whole step is actually going from this note to this note because you have that one note right there that's in the middle. See that? Okay, now, using that, I like to call theory that you actually are able to use or apply to something that you're learning. I like to call it applicable theory, applied theory. They do stuff like that in college. Anyway, now, using the whole principle or the theory behind half steps and whole steps, you can use that to find the sharps and flats. Now, we went over before the actual names of the notes. Hopefully you guys spent some real time learning how to find or use the reference points of the groups of threes and twos to find the names of the notes. I'll go over briefly. A is to the right of the center note in the group of three. G is to the left of the center black note. B is to the right of the group of three. F is to the left of the group of three. C is to the left of the group of two. E is to the right of the group of two. And D is in the center. If you need that slowed down, you can pause the video however you want to do it. You can go back to the actual video where I teach this. So now using that, let's use C. C is going to be note. We're going to make it a sharp. Now remember this concept. Right is up, left is down. It sounds crazy, and a lot of teachers out there probably get offended or upset. Like, oh, that's not proper English. That's fine. But when it comes to music, you have to do everything in your power to make sure you have a way to remember all the things that are associated with it. So right is up, left is down. Right is up. What I mean by that is if you go to the right after you hit a note on the piano, the sound goes up for one, and it's considered to be going up the piano. And the same thing, left is down. It's down in sound, and when you're talking about go down the piano, that's what they mean, go down or to the left. Now, right is up. We're going to start there. C, if you go up a half step means there's no note in between. It's a note that's touching that note, and there's no note in between. If you go up a half step, you are now playing this note. This note becomes a sharp. So to find the sharp, you find one of the 7-letter white notes, and you go up a half step. Okay? So, C. Now this becomes C sharp. Let's do it again with another one. So, F, and you take it up a half step, it becomes F sharp. You don't play both notes. I see a lot of people playing both notes. You don't play both notes. You only play the one note. The note that you go to becomes the sharp. So now the same concept is directly related to flats. You take one of the 7-letter white notes and you go down. Left is down, right is up. So left is down, down in sound, and left to the piano. Okay? Now, let's do this note here. This note is B. And we take B down a half step, it now becomes B flat. Remember, one note. Natural, B natural, B flat. A natural, A flat. G, G flat. Now, remember this too. Every single note on the piano has at least 2 names. Some of the names are not used. Some of the names are preferred over others, but everyone has a name associated with it. So, or at least 2 names associated. So, C is also called, if you go to B right here, and you take B up a half step, that is now B sharp. But it's also called C natural, or just C. And that B is also called, if you take this C and you go down a half step, it's also called C flat, or also called B natural. Same thing with the black notes. You look at the black notes, people get intimidated. Don't get intimidated. All these notes they use the exact same concept, the exact same principles. So this is a C sharp, and it's also called a D flat. An E flat is also called, so you had an E and make it a flat. It's also called a D sharp. Okay? Now, typically, I'm going to go through all 12. There's 12 keys that you can play songs in, or 12 major chords that you could play. So I'll go through those really quick so you can see. You have C, you have F, B flat, E flat, A flat, C sharp, apologize, F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, and then back to C. So that way of finding them is called the circle of fourths. Once you spend some time with the major scales, which I'll go over next, the major scales actually tell you what the numbers are. You see in one of my other videos, I go into detail as far as the whole point and purpose of a major scale and what the actual number system that's associated with the major scale, how it works. Okay? All right, so you guys, I'll see you next video, and go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell so you can get all the notifications as I put videos out. I'll make sure I inform the beginner as well as re-inform or shape the ones that have been playing for years and shed light on some of the questions that you had in the past. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching my last video, and hope to see you soon on the other ones. Remember, music, knowledge is power. Bring that to the table, and it'd be hard for people to push you away. All right, thanks guys. See you next time. The Music Professor out.